Landman Season 5 will witness Tommy trying to reveal the true face of Galliano to everyone, and he will risk everything when trying to do it. So, let's talk about it. First things first, I know episode 4 was emotions heavy, but can we talk about how Cammy Miller was out there absolutely refusing to slow down? It honestly feels like nobody listens to Tommy anymore. She's desperate for a major investment for her offshore project, and the only option left was Galino. And of course, Galino said yes, but only if Tommy is personally involved in the deal, taking care of it. And yes, in episode 5, we're going to see Tommy back in Galino's office again, this time on behalf of Cammy and the company that they worked on so much. Before that meeting, Tommy is still going to try to talk Cammy out of it. He'll warn her that Galino is bad news, plain and simple. And honestly, he's right. But Cammy breaks down, saying that if this deal falls through, she could lose everything, including the company, just months after losing her husband. From her perspective, Galino isn't a choice. She simply has to do this, and I get it. I don't trust him at all, but I understand why she feels trapped. That being said, Tommy will have a tough time keeping things only about Cammy, because inevitably, he will discuss his son's situation and it will cause things to heat up pretty quickly, to the point that Tommy will find himself reaching to his gun. So yes, Tommy is ready to risk everything just to prove what a piece of shit Galliano is. I mean, can we blame him? After all, he just buried his mom. I mean, the guy is not good. Plus, as you might remember, Tommy walked into the funeral already on edge, which, I mean, of course he did. It's his mother's funeral. There's no version of that where he's relaxed. But as the episode unfolded, it became painfully clear just how messy and complicated that relationship really was. The show had hinted at it before, but this was the first time it actually peeled that layer back. Being in his childhood home was like hitting a pressure point. Everything he'd buried came rushing right back. Even Cooper and Ariana understood how strong Tommy felt, which impacted their relationship as well, bringing them closer to each other. As you all know, they'd been stuck in this weird limbo for a while, drifting apart without facing anything head-on. But being surrounded by someone else's grief forced them to look at their own issues. That's the thing about funerals. They remind you how short life really is, and suddenly all those problems that felt impossible start to look fixable. So for the first time in a while, there was actual hope for Cooper and Ariana. In episode 5, Tommy is basically going to tear into him, warning him that he still has a lot to learn and the path he's on is getting too risky. Cooper is desperate to prove something on his own, even if he's clearly not ready. Now, my absolute favorite moment in episode 4 came from Ariana, and it was such a simple, innocent question. She asked why nobody had shared any happy memories about Tommy's mom. And that one little question unlocked something Tommy had kept locked away his whole life. It led him to tell this story that completely reframed how we see his childhood. He explained that when he was a kid, he once saved his mother from drowning in the bathtub. He genuinely thought he was helping her, protecting her. But instead of gratitude or relief, she turned on him violently and coldly, with this level of detachment that no child should ever experience. That moment split his life in two, everything before it, everything after it. And hearing him describe it, with Billy Bob Thornton delivering it in that quiet, raw, understated way, hit harder than any dramatic monologue could. Then, Tommy revealed the tragedy behind his mother's decline. His baby sister had died of SIDS, and that loss dragged his mother into a grief she never recovered from. She fell into addiction, shut herself off emotionally, and pulled away from the entire family. It left both Tommy and TL abandoned in different ways. Watching him finally say it out loud felt like watching a dam finally crack after years of pressure. After all of that came to the surface, Tommy made a huge decision. He brought his father home to live with him, and honestly, that felt enormous for the Norris family. You can already see how his father's presence is going to reshape their entire household. From the episode 5 teaser, TL is going to be constantly reminding Tommy of his responsibilities, and he's also clearly declining physically. The eyesight problems, the trouble with his feet, it all feels like it's building towards something unavoidable. And I really hate to say this, but I can't shake the feeling that Taylor Sheridan is preparing us for a devastating season finale where TL doesn't make it. The timing, the setup, it's all a little too suspicious. For more weekly updates on Landman, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.